In Daniel Gold, Dana Booker study the youth sports leadership development, leveraging the sports captaincy experience. They suggest um, that leadership has been identified as an important but underdeveloped life skill among youth athletes. When parents enroll their young children in sports, they assume that in addition to physical health, the young children will gain important leadership skills. However, due to environmental conditions like lack of purpose for and mentorship and teaching, the youth are losing opportunities to learn about leadership. So, what are some of the key components in cultivating young leaders? How can coaches and mentors actively teach leadership skills to our youth? In Daniel Gould and Dana Booker study, they suggest leaders hold the participants more accountable and gives an approach on how to develop leadership skills in sports. Um, Through sports, youth athletes are taught skills like practice and preparation, decision making, team building, and communication. But in each of these skills, it's important for coaches and mentors to reinforce the implementation of leadership skills they have learned. Winning games takes practice and preparation. Young people are taught to practice different skills and drills in order to prepare for big games. It takes hard work, determination, and discipline to overcome many obstacles. By learning the mindset of practice and preparation, it becomes synonymous to good leadership skills. Leaders are disciplined hard workers who are prepared and focused on reaching their goals. By learning the foundation of practice and preparation, young people are essentially being taught self-discipline and to focus on the bigger picture. Decision making is another skill set young people are taught in sports. While some sports require quick decision making, like in soccer or football, sports like golf requires decision making every time you hit the ball based on wind conditions, evaluation changes, and type of life from which you must hit. And depending on your decision making and how you hit the ball to the target, it can produce a different outcome. My 11-year-old and 7-year-old boys play competitive junior golf. And once you get to a certain age, you have to carry yourself. So the decision making is completely up to them. How you hit the ball, the where it lands, and how you are going to get it to your target is all part of course management. When I see my 11-year-old playing on a golf course, some pro golfers have played on. It's interesting to see his thought process as a competitive junior golfer. Normal 11-year-old boys don't process information the same way he does. He's still an 11-year-old boy making kid mistakes, but in sports, he's more mature and understands that his decision has an instant effect on his outcome. One of the biggest burdens of being a leader is decision making, and like with anything, it takes time and experience. In my experience as a youth coach, kids who play sports have a unique perspective when it comes to decision making, and it really is an important leadership skill they learn to master. The team building and communication, team sports is all about teamwork. You are working together towards a goal while going through a shared experience like success and failures. But the fundamental of successful teamwork is effective communication. In a team, the coach must communicate the goal to the team, and the team has to work together to achieve their goal. A good leader recognizes the importance of teamwork. Leaders communicate their shared goal by motivating and encouraging on one another. Sports is one of the few outlets where you will see kids working together for a shared goal. They go through the trials and tribulations together by setting goals, practicing together, succeeding, and failure together. It gives them the opportunity to develop their skill set with teammates and coaches. However, just because young people learn to master these skills doesn't automatically turn them into a leader. Giving them the opportunity to develop their skills and allowing them to use their creativity will help better themselves and society in whole. This is the environmental factors Susan Ledman and Pat Donald talks about in their study towards a conceptual model of youth leadership development. Youth leadership programs can offer young people the opportunity to develop their skill set, work closely with others, lead change, and use their creativity, skills, and competency development are fundamental to the belief that leaders can be made. Giving your people the opportunity to take initiative and being a part of the decision making can help them experience and learn more leadership skills. Having the opportunity to develop these leadership skills is important in growing comfortable in a leadership position. And the way this can be done all the way through a coach or a mentor who is willing to help and teach these young people the skills they need to develop and learn. A coach who can motivate and encourage their young people. Self-discipline, teamwork, and effective communication is a coach who is creating athletes to become leaders. I come across so many different parents and other coaches who talk about wanting to motivate and encourage their young athletes, but very few realize that our actions and words must be cohesive. I strive to be a transformational leader when coaching young people because by empowering their creativity and implementing important values, you are changing the culture of how young people perceive leadership. Thank you.